Hi, here's today's snippet. Start off with a little job that came in yesterday, and I've been sitting here thinking about how to run it. So I'll share my thoughts with you and let's get going. Okay, here's a customer supplied die. We'll be cutting two up in a pattern like that and with a score, although off center, not quite down the middle. Now this die has obviously been played with. There's some metal tape on the back. I'm going to take that off first of all. I don't want to deal with someone else's problems. I can make plenty of my own. And I also believe that because the scoring rule and the cutting rule butt up against each other, I'm going to have a little difficult time getting a real nice crisp situation there at the junction. What I'm going to do is drive out the scoring rule, score the job first, and then come back and die cut it after scoring it with a regular rule on the press. I'll show you what I mean. Hang on. Here we go. Here's a sheet. They're two up. They'll be die cut out in that shape, like a lozenge, and scored in the middle, not quite in the middle, and folded over. They need to be accurate scores and accurate cuts, and I think the guy before me had trouble trying to do the scoring and the cutting at the same time. I'm not going to make that mistake. I'm going to cost myself an extra run through the press by removing the scoring rules and doing it in two passes. The customer doesn't get charged any extra for that. All they care about is getting a good job, and all I care about is trouble-free running and getting the thing out. And right now, with COVID-19 going on, I got all the time in the world. So, twice through the press it is. I'm going to knock these out, and I'll get back to you in a minute. Scoring rule was inserted through the top, and so that's the way it's got to come back out. It's got to come back out the way it went. I could probably grab it with pliers and get it out. I'm going to loosen it up first. With a little bit of two-point rule here. I'm just going to knock it. Knock this one just a little bit. Grab a plier. And gently pull them out. We're going to want to put them back in when we're done. And I'll beat them out a little bit. Actually, this is too wide. I'm going to look for something a little narrower. I'll be right back. Piece of old perf rule. A little narrower. I can put that in there. Start driving that out. Well, it's going to be stubborn. Alright. Damn it. There we go. Scoring roll. Come on. Yeah, this is looking good. There we go. One. I'll get back to you since I get the other one. The main question is it worth fiddling around with a situation you know you're going to have trouble with? Or just go the long, proper way, I guess. Two passes through the press will be easier for me. I'll run it through and score it first. Then I'll run it through and cut them out. Strip them out of the base stock. Rubber band them and off to the customer. Later. Here's a tip for you. Kind of important too, as a matter of fact. This job came in 4 cartons. 2 marked A and 2 marked B. That means what they did is they ran this job 4 up on a sheet of paper and they chopped it. And one half they put in the A, and one half they put in the B cartons, in case there's some inaccuracy in the cutting or carelessness or something like that. It happens. So I'll keep them separate. In fact, I'm going to keep every box separate. After I get done running one box, I'll keep it in a pile and like that, labeled, so I can't goof up. 90% of the effort on this thing is to keep myself from goofing up. Doesn't work, but I'm going to give it a try. Back in the flat. One of the things that's the most important to do is you have to make sure you flip through all the job before you put it on the press. Make sure everything's aiming the same way. The people at the printing plant could have actually turned the lift the wrong way, get them upside down. It happens all the time. I don't want their mistake to make me make a mistake. So I check through everything, always fan through everything. You'll be happy. Here's something that's a little counterintuitive. I'm not sure if you can see this or not. But it's a little drawing of how to score properly, at least with cardstock. And you can see that there's a wrong way and a right way. Maybe the camera's got this turned around, I'm not sure. But I'll tell you what it is. In the end, you determine how it folds, like this, and you actually hit the score itself, the male part of the score on the inside, the female counter die will be on the outside. So I'm going to run it through the press this way and score it like that so it'll fold in the end with the dark green on the inside. Okay, back to you. As far as the actual positioning of the score goes, I hope you can see this, but over here there are little tick marks that were put in the printing plate, which allows me to see exactly where I'm going to put the score. So, I'll get back to you as soon as I get this set up. Someday, maybe down the road, we'll go into the intricacies of setting up the press, but I'll get back to you once we got it running. Okay, here we go. We're off and running. Double check the register, make sure it's all right. I check all the time. In fact, I've disabled the automatic delivery on the press so that I can sit here and pull things out little bits at a time. Double check, make sure everything's right. Check. Never step away from the press for any length of time. Absolute guarantee of success, at least for me. Yes, looking good. Good score. Nice and straight. No cracking. Trouble-free. At least part of this job will get done correctly. I'll call you back in a little bit. There we go. You can watch a couple minutes of run. Maybe we'll walk around the press a little bit. Try to do this better next time. Keep you guys from getting seasick. Back in a bit. A little look around the press. Try not to make you seasick. house was built in 1965. On the other side of the shop I have her sister press. A little smaller, built about the same time.